say does.
It's an NBA afternoon game here on. Always fun to be on the call for one of these games, Brent. Conference rivals going at it. So much emotion. Teams that are very familiar with each other.
I love it, Kevin, and I'm so happy to be here with you for this one. This is going to be awesome. You don't get a lot of games like this, so hyped, where the crowd is really into it. So let's move up a little bit and sit on the edge of our seat, should we?
Here are the five for the Clippers. Out on the wings for him, Powell and George. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jackson at the point. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Morant against Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Outside Leonard. Launches it. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bain looking around. Morant outside. Off target from outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
And Brent, that Clippers turnaround, did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly it's been a lot of outside factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point, but with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have 2 teams in LA that can be this good.
Misses from short range.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, the defense wasn't ready for Jackson to pull that quick one.
Morant outside. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats Zubac.
Wow, that is awesome to see the small man challenge the big man. Sometimes when you jump, you can be taller than the big fella.
Jackson looking around. And Leonard has it in the corner. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Goes back up. That one, no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles.
It's that time of day, everybody. Come on and give a round of applause for your Grizzlies Lakers.
John Walls checked in for Reggie Jackson. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. Here's Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Now here's Morant. 8 points for him. Drills the 3-pointer. Morant's got 11 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Leonard. Inside Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. Out to Brooks. Back to Adams. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Bain. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Grizzlies shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And Bain drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
Paul George getting aggressive, showing us some power that time as he's able to get to the rim.
Morant against George. And finished off by Morant.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Ball passes to George. And he goes big with the tap right over John Morant.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Morant against George. Morant scanning the floor. Over George, and it's Morant missing. Powell with it, got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies just dancing.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from Memphis?
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Wall and Powell are the guard set. On court spots are the deadly George and Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Bain drives in. He dishes it to Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
And relentless in his attack, Morant is wearing down the defense, putting up some huge numbers here tonight.
Now here's Leonard. No points in the game yet for him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Dylan Brooks. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
George against Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
George, no good. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. It's a 5-point game. Jackson looking it over. And that one is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. And George, here we go. And George with this stuff.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
Morant against George. And finished off by Morant.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Outside, Wall. And George kicks to Wall. Back to George. And Adams sends it back.
Well, he can be intimidating. Steven Adams, such a big frame down there, and great timing on that block.
And Morant throws it down.
And running playing with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from George. Now here's Morant. 26 points for him. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And Brent, as an NBA player, there's tremendous competition, but also shared respect, and some say a brotherhood. How does that all balance out?
I think, Kevin, there's a clear line of delineation of what you're talking about once playoff time hits the NBA. I mean, during the regular season, you see a lot of guys spending some time with one another, but come playoff time, I'd be hard-pressed to find that kind of interaction because guys know what's on the line, they know what's at stake, and competition always reigns supreme.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And then Morant slams it in.
And just so dynamic at that lead guard position. Morant there just stuffs it.
Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to George. There's the pick. And then George with the jam.
What's the pick used for? It's used for separation, and Paul George got it there.
Morant outside. Driving to the basket. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on John Wall. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group. Tillman, he's checked in for Adams. Williams comes in for Jaren Jackson. Danny Green, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Conchar subbed in for Bain. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Robert Covington's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Leonard. Mann's checked in for George. And it's Kennard in for Norman Powell.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
Wall passes to Kennard. The kick out to Wall. Left side, Covington. Outside, Batum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Batum just brings a lot of experience and helps this team remain confident that he's going to make the right play and make the subtle contributions to put you in a place to win.
Pick by Williams. Conchar, the pass to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to.
And so we conclude the first half. Grizzlies lead by 9. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Williams is out there with Green. Then it's Jones. And it's Tillman in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Clippers trail by 9. Kennard kicks to Wall. Back to Kennard. And that one is hammered home.
And Kennard saw the opening, got up there, and really threw it down.
Well, we know Kennard can shoot, but Brent, he has moved up a level.
Well, Luke Kennard ended the season with the highest three-point percentage in the league, right around 45%. But there is more to his game. If you overplay him, he can drive it. He's a better playmaker than you might imagine. Makes him a really tough matchup.
Wall looking for an opening. And Wall slams it home.
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Ball against Jones. Over in the corner, Green. Williams with a clean look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Williams has got the lead up to 10 now for the Grizzlies. Ball against Jones. Kennard for three. Nailed from three-point land. Kennard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Kennard picks up the other end of that phone and says, I'll answer with a three.
Jones, the pass to Concho. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
It's stolen by Jones. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. It's good. And it's a 12-point Memphis lead.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
The shot's good from Kennard.
And that's a quick draw from Kennard, just pulling up before the defense has a chance to react.
Here's Conchar. 5 points in the game. Kicks it out to Jones. Lock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Conchar. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Wall passes to Man. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's the three. No good on that one. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. There's 1:54 left in the third quarter of the game. Jones dishes to Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 7 now in this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Wall, good.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
Conchar, the pass to Tillman. Tries again, and the layup is up and in. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Kennard with the ball. Jones covering. Man passes to Kennard. Tillman grabs the miss. Memphis leading by 11. 40 seconds left in the third. Here's Conchar. He has 5. On the wing, Jones. Shot from 16. And that one goes long. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Knocks it loose. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Williams is running.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Memphis. 13 points up at the end of the period. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, on court spots are the deadly George and Leonard. The guard and off guard filled by Jackson and Powell. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. Morant.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
Well, they've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
Here he goes, and Morant throws it down.
You got to close off those avenues to Morant. Once he gets in one, he is focused on dropping the hammer.
Morant against Jackson. Powell for three. And no good. And Memphis the other way now. And here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Zubac finds Jackson. Entered on the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Steven Adams picks one up.
You can't be reckless guarding Kawhi Leonard. He feels out defenders so well and exploits them when they overcommit.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Jackson kicks the foul. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Powell's got himself on the board with three there.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
George dishes to Powell. No good on the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Brooks, the pass to Bain. Back to Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Morant. Lays it up off the glass. Morant's got 45 points.
And that speaks to Morant's fearlessness. Even amongst the trees, he is confident, looking to score with the ball.
For Memphis, they've gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Brooks kicks to Jackson. Lets it go with the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Memphis.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ja Morant.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
A three from Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. There's 37 seconds left in the game. Now Brooks. Back to Bain. The dish now to Brooks. Adams trying to free himself up. And again, Memphis no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 16. Stolen by Brooks. They need this one. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bain with it. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. Here we go. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there. What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
Clock at 6. Russell against Wall. Leonard for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. About a minute into this first quarter. Towns against Leonard. Outside Edwards. Ooh, poked away. Pass to Prince. They grab their own miss. And the basket is good.
And this is what Rudy Gobert's job is. Be a force on the glass.
Wall with it. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And George launches it from deep. Doesn't go that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Well, what stood out the most in Edwards' second season, Doris, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top two-way players in the league.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
We see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
That's good from George. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Out left to the wing. Towns for 3. Fires in the triple.
What a sweet shooting big man is Karl Anthony Towns. At 6'11", always ready to rise and fire off the catch.
Pass to George. Shoots it from the high post. Towns with a rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Now Russell. Here's Prince. Misses the layup. The Clippers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. George passes to Zubac. Powell outside. George outside from deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Ball against Russell. And here's Edwards outside. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
George drives in. Out to Leonard. Fires for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Edwards a screen on Wall. And he lobs it up to the rim.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
BA, I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive a defensive force as we have seen.
Here's Prince. Off target from 3-point range. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Here's George. And the layup is good off the glass.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Here's Edwards. Driving inside. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on even to Zubac. Free throw good, Edwards.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
George for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. George has got 7 points.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The T-Wolves on top. Upset. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
On the court for Minnesota. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Minnesota has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but BA, those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Russell against Wall, and it's Russell on the drive. And that one's good.
Oh, man, how good is he at turning on the Jets and getting to that next level? D'Angelo Russell, fearless, driving on the interior.
Leonard outside. Outside Wall. It's George on the wing. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Russell. Takes it inside. From downtown. Buries it from 3.
It's hard to make your way in today's NBA without being a tremendous three-point shooter. Taurean Prince doing work from beyond the arc.
Wall, no good. Minnesota has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
That's a message by Karl Anthony Towns. Throws it down with authority.
Ball for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
It's Edwards on the wing. George defending. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
Russell against Wall. Powell outside. Back to Wall. Three-pointer. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Boy, nice play. Keep the defense guessing. John Wall getting to the catch-and-shoot game.
Wall against Russell. Outside Edwards. Here's the three. It's rebounded by George. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. It's Powell on the wing. Back to George. From deep three-point range. Rebound Minnesota. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Over to the wing. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard. Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
There's a minute 17 left to play in the first half of basketball.
Oh, give me a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's George. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
That's good from George.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Prince. Outside Russell. The kick out to Edwards. And he can't get that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. For three, George. Here's Zubac.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
The free throw drops from Zubac. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fight.
That'll do it for the first half. Timberwolves ahead, up by 12. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Terrence Mann is out there with Nicholas Batum, and it's Covington in at the center position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And that one's good, man.
Well, just good heads-up play by Batum. Spots the open man, but delivers it on time and on target.
Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Pass to Noel. Goes back up. And the layup is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Really left him alone that time. Powell's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Norman Powell with the rise and fire from three-point territory. Pretty delivery. What I like about the Minnesota Timberwolves, to me, they took a step forward last season. Finishing their highest conference finish since 2004, made it all the way up to the 7th spot in a very competitive West.
Coaches loving the ball movement.
The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And he's going for the lob. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. It's Covington on the wing. No good on the 3. And looking at the progress Minnesota has made, many think the best is yet to come, Doris.
Well, they've made smart draft acquisitions, beginning with young Mr. Anthony Edwards, a big-time talent. And obviously, you've got to grow that young talent. That's exactly how you build a bright future for your team.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact. Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Powell uses the glass on the layup. Now just a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Anderson with a screen on Wall. To the inside. And finished off by Anderson.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Outside Wall.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Powell outside. 1:52 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Covington. Lets the 3 fly. The offensive rebound. Back to Powell. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Powell's got 7 points.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Pass to McLaughlin. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Edwards in for Noel.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Edwards got 21.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Powell passes to Wall. Pass to Covington. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Nice job by Robert Covington to draw the contact and get himself to the foul line.
And he knocks down the first one. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so he hits both. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Outside Edwards. Takes a three. Drills it from deep. Edwards has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. It's George on the wing. And he banks in the layup.
Paul George been cooking all night. The defense has nothing for him right now.
Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Outside Edwards. Oh, and Jackson with the block. And they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Los Angeles has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Pass to Powell. Kicks it to George. Now Jackson. Leonard with a screen on Russell. Jackson, the pass to Leonard. This one for 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has built that three-point game now to add to the mid-range and the ability to draw contact. Now you got to guard him everywhere.
Jackson against Russell. Drops in the layup for 2.
Okay, D'Angelo, Russell mixing in a little interior work, not bashful.
Jackson outside. Pass to Leonard. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Prince. Now Edwards. Powell covers. And Edwards slams it in.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. Minnesota's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. Russell with the ball. Defended by Jackson. Here's Prince. Back to Russell. To the wing on the left. Towns for 3. Covington grabs the board. The Clippers running out of time. For 3, Powell. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. A minute 53 left in the game. Pass to Prince. Edwards against George. Out to the wing. Here's Gobert. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Jackson. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Leonard outside. Puts up a 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Jackson against Russell. Pass to Towns. Outside Russell, 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Here's Jackson. 59 seconds left in the fourth. Leonard for three. And he sinks it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Towns on the screen. Another miss by Minnesota.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Oh, George with a steal. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Yeah, this is a tough moment, even for George. But it's a chance to show us he's got ice in his veins.
Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
And that miss could come back to bite them. At this stage, you can't be leaving points at the free throw line. Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2.
D'Angelo Russell is accustomed to having the basketball in his hand, but this is where it really matters. Can you make free throws under duress of game pressure?
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
We know that Reggie Jackson is an assertive, aggressive scorer. Now it's about he's earned the trip to the foul line. Can he knock him down?
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul. And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
Being the #1 overall pick always comes with expectations to deliver in the clutch. Standing at the free throw line in just such a moment, Mr. Anthony Edwards, what you got?
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight.
Thank you.
Here we go.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Steve, as we know, this should be a battle of the backcourts. And you know something about that. Who did you, when you played, love to face and play against?
Well, two of the guys that come to mind right offhand as far as backcourt players was Michael Jordan and Penny Hardaway. Love facing those guys. And then at the end of my career, I love watching Allen Iverson, not guarding him.
And here's Russell following John Morant's three.
Displaying superb leaping ability. Russell's electric in the air for someone his size.
Morant looking around. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now here's Prince. To the wing right side. Towns kicks to Russell. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And slam dunk by Gobert.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Now here's Morant. He's got 6. Russell with it. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Hits it from three-point range. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
And here is Bain after D'Angelo Russell hitting the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the dunk by Towns.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
Russell against Morant. And they get it. And Morant throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 5, and he gets it to go. Russell's got 7 points in the game.
With the gentle touch inside. Russell really improving as a finisher.
Here's Morant. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 7. Towns down low, guarded by Jackson. Out to Russell. Prince wide open. Misses the 3. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Morant kicks to Bain. Back to Morant. And there's the drive, and finished off by Morant.
What a night for John Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Russell against Bain. Edwards inside. Russell finds Towns. Up again, and Edwards is right there.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's Morant. 13 points in the game. And he banks in the layup. Morant's got 15.
It breaks down your defense when Ja Morant gets in the lane. You want to force him outside.
Edwards passes to Prince. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Now here's Morant. 15 points in the game. Out to the wing. Here's Brooks. Gobert with the block.
A sensational defender. You have to know when Gobert is in the area.
A free-flowing first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfish.
Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in its small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
And Edwards with the stop.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
We saw glimpses of Ja Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
It's stolen by Green. Jones against Edwards. Gobert with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And here's Morant. 15 points in the game. Outside, Bain. And it's Brooks in the corner. Out to Morant. Just 3 to shoot. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. No good. That would have tied it. Another level indeed for Ja Morant, his 3rd season Smitty in the NBA. And now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Now here's Morant for 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Russell. Here's Edwards. No good that time. Great D that time from Bain. Brooks finds Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. And it's Morant missing. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start off the second quarter. And that one's good. Russell.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Morant outside. On the wing, Jackson. Adams trying to free himself up. And it's off from 3-point range. Edwards with it. Now defended by Adams.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Hey, Steve, you've won an NBA title, but also you've got some gold medal memories. How does it compare, winning for a city versus representing and winning for your country?
Kevin, both incredibly proud moments. Winning an NBA title is awesome, but also winning a gold medal for your country, you said it, it's representing your country. It was a dream come true. The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. And they get it back. Russell kicks to Towns. There's the dish to Edwards. Out to Russell. It's stolen by Adams. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Outside, Bain. Shoots the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Edwards, that's good.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Here's Morant.
Oh, he went high.
That was nice.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Here's Russell with the 3. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. It's a 5-point game. Morant dishes to Adams. Outside, Bain. Out to Morant. 5 to shoot. Tips it up, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got his first 2 points.
And he's one of those guys you don't have to call plays for. Steven Adams is happy to eat the leftovers.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And the first half.
25.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Jones, and it's Green in at the 3.
Not explosive at all. Kyle Anderson is crafty. Nice play to draw the foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response. Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Conchar, the pass to Jones. Here's Conchar. Makes it off the glass.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's McLaughlin. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Following Tyus Jones' 3-point attempt. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Noel. Picked away. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Conchar. That shot off the mark. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's McLaughlin. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Five on the clock. Anderson outside. Fires the 3. It's not going to go for him. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Taking 2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Minnesota leading by 6. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. The kick out to Anderson. From deep, hits the three-point bomb. Anderson's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Minnesota. Now Jones. And the pass to Green. Here's Conchar. Back to Green. Pass to Conchar. Shoots over McDaniel. That one a little long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. The kick out to Anderson. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Conchar, good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And, D.A., we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The 2 players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. We'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Now here's Jones. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's Jones on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Anderson can't get it to go. Here's Tillman, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Russell looking around. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Timberwolves on top. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And here's Morant. After the 3-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Morant. Russell with it. Outside, Towns. Back to Russell. Jackson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Jackson drives in. Brooks kicks to Morant. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Payne for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fires it up. Misses off the left iron.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Jackson passes to Brooks. Memphis moving that ball around. Payne kicks to Brooks. No good from outside. Minnesota leading by 9. And here's Prince outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Pass to Jackson. And stolen by Prince. Edwards looking it over. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Towns kicks to Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Edwards got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Edwards, that's good.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now here's Morant for 3. Not going to go that time. And Minnesota now the other way. It's Edwards on the wing. The kick out to Towns. Oh, good with the triple. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 13. Prince outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside, Towns. And here's Edwards from the arc. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Can't capitalize inside.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Bain finds Morant. Jackson has the open look, and the 3 ball is good. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Russell passes to Edwards. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. Outside, Towns. Takes a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They've put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. It's tipped. Towns dishes to Gobert. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
And here's Prince outside. And it's Morant with the rebound. And Greg, it looks like time is going to run out on him here.
Yeah, I mean, unless they come up with an absolute miracle.
Now, here is Russell. From deep. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.
conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Wall, the pass to Leonard. Kicks it to George. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Morris against Jackson. Pass to Bain. Morant with it. And then Morant with the dunk.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
George, a screen on Morant. Wall finds George. The kick out to Wall. And here's Leonard. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Athletic play by Leonard in the paint, not letting anything hold him back from his shot.
Morant against Wall. Outside Morant. Fires the three. Nails it from three. Morant's got 7 points in the game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
The three, George. The rebound by Jackson.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
And the Clippers call time here.
Let's give a round of applause for your Clippers.
Now Los Angeles with it. 7-point differential. Morant against Wall. And George launches it from deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Morant, the pass to Brooks. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
George. And George with the jam.
Imposing his will out there. PG-13. Love to see him attack the rim like that.
And about Brooks, becoming a staple in the middle of this lineup, Richard.
Plays the 2 and 3 positions on the floor and scores it really well. But most importantly, he's out there for his defensive effort and intensity. He is a versatile player that any team would love to have. Now look, this won't go down as a block, but the D made him change his shot, and that was enough.
A minute 50 left in the first quarter of the game. Leonard for three. The shot comes out. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Adams, the pass to Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with the detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Such a wide open look. George has got 5 points.
A fantastic three-point shooter. All George needs is a little airspace, and he's golden.
Morant against George. And then Morant with the dunk.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Wall against Morant. Pass to George. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant with it. 13 points in the game. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
At the line for the Grizzlies, John.
The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
Outside wall. The kick out to Morris. We've got 22 seconds left now in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. Adams grabs the miss.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Outside Morant. The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. The Grizzlies out in front.
Please give a big round of applause for the Clippers Youth Team.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies? So, on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing, and it's Morant in at the point guard position.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Bane, the pass to Morant. Driving to the basket. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
Outside wall. Kicks it to George. Pass to Leonard. From outside the arc. And George with the basket on the assist by Leonard. George has got 8.
Over his career, Kawhi has become a willing passer, one of his many improvements since being drafted in 2011.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Bane with it. Pass to Brooks. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
George outside. Morris on the wing, defended by Jackson. Morris passes to Zubac. Oh, deflected, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bane.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
RJ, you were in the middle of a few trades in your career, to put it lightly. What's that like as a player to get moved around so much?
Thanks for bringing that up so sweetly, Brian. I appreciate that. Look, there's pros and cons to this. It's nice to know that another organization wants you for whatever reason, but it's also tough to leave an organization that you had a connection to, the fan base. But eventually you figure it out.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here. That's going to send Ja Morant to the line. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac. The free throw drops for Morant. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. George outside. Fires from the line. Again, the Clippers score.
And that's just pure from George. Nice job measuring the defense and taking the mid-range J.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Jackson. Outside Morant. Just 5 on the clock.
So good at staying in attack mode. When Morant is going at defenses, he forces them to foul him.
Second team. At the line for the Grizzlies, John Morant.
The free throw drops for Morant. And Morant drops them both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Leonard outside. George outside. Jacks up a three. No good on the shot. Now Memphis takes it the other way. A minute 58 left in the first half of this game. Jackson finds Morant. Shot clock at 6. A good look from Bane. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Some serious intensity from Leonard, driving in with a purpose and slamming it down.
The speed John Wall plays the game has always been the thing that sets him apart. And even as he's pushing the tempo, he just stays in control.
Adams with a screen on Wall. The three from Bane. Rebound by the Clippers.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. Right side Morant. 41 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Brooks. 5 on the clock. Morant with the slam!
He'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Wall with it, guarded by Morant. Here's Leonard. Puts the move on. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Outside Morant. Driving in. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Morant's got 29.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
Shot.
The Grizzlies, 34. Fans, get ready for the Jabberwockies!
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Nicholas Batum out there with Robert Covington. And it's man in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Williams misses. And for the Clippers, they're shooting around 50% of the game so far. Down low. Here's Covington. And Clark with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Here's man. Green covering. Batum sets a screen. Powell passes to Batum. Can't get it to drop. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Clark finds Jones. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Outside, Williams. 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
What a burst out of that first step. Straight to the hole.
Pass to man. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball.
Ball to Memphis.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Outside Jones. On the wing, Green. To the paint. Here's Conchar. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Here's Williams. Pass to Jones. Outside, Green. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Grizzlies lead by 20. The Clippers have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. There's Jackson with the 3. Clark grabs the board. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break.
Since entering the league in 2015, Tyus Jones has proven to be as reliable as it gets. A multi-talented guard who plays to his strengths.
And stolen by Covington. That one's good from Powell on the assist from Covington.
Oh, unselfish basketball from Covington. Now, his teammates appreciate his willingness to hit them when they're open.
Pass to Conchar. Back to Jones. Takes the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And what you appreciate about Jones is how under control he is, Richard. He's never in a rush.
It's what allows the game to come so naturally to him. He's skilled at keeping things very simple, solid at setting the pace for himself and his squad.
Williams on the wing. Powell with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Here's Mann. Off target with the 3. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Williams with it. Picked up by Powell. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Back to Conchar. The 3 is up. Knocks down the triple. Conchar's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Jackson, the pass to Powell. Going inside, changes up. The shot no good, and Memphis taking it the other way now. Right side Jones to the middle. There's the triple, and that comes off the assist by Green.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Powell outside. Pass to Mann. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Jones in the post, defended by Jackson. Here's Conchar. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Jackson. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Man misses. Memphis has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Williams passes to Green. On the wing, Conchar. Powell covers. Back to Green. Launches it. And they'll get another chance. Outside Jones. He gets it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, B.A., I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
On the court for Memphis, Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Batum outside. And he slams it in one-handed.
He's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man. Outside for Brooks. Up top, Bain. Powell covers. Jackson on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Bain, the pass to Brooks. The 3 is up. They get it again. Back to Bain. From deep 3-point range. Adams. It's good on the putback.
Oh, many of Adams' points are generated off putbacks, just like that one.
Here's man. Brooks defending. Powell for three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got rebound number 8 now. Bain, the pass to Morant. Brooks outside. Back to Morant. The 3-ball. No luck on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Brooks right side. Jackson outside. Morant, the pass to Bain. Morant against Jackson. Morant, no good. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Ja Morant picks one up. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Memphis. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Zubac, he's checked in for Covington. Morris comes in for Batum. Leonard's checked in for Mann. And it's John Wall in for Jackson. Brooks outside. From deep. And another miss by Memphis.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
And there's a pick. Leonard outside. Let's go with a 3. Counted from distance.
Amazing that catch-and-shoot jumpers were considered a weak spot for Kawhi when he came into the league. No one thinks that way anymore.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Morant against Leonard. Jackson, the pass to Morant. The 3. It's rebounded by Morris. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Here's Jackson. Rebound by the Clippers.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Leonard outside. And the dunk by Leonard.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Grizzlies.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Ja Morant.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
From deep, Bain. That shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. From deep three-point range, Leonard pulls down the board.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Oh, road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Lets it go from deep. The shot that time not on target. Jackson against Powell. Outside Wall. No good. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Exceptional effort on the road.
free-flowing offenses that pile up the assist, Clark, you've come to the right place.
Tell you what, Kevin, both of these teams really emphasize player movement, ball movement, and getting everybody involved, touches and shots. It makes them very unpredictable and really keeps the defense off balance.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Now, here's George. Back to Morris. Pass to George. Clock at 6. Pass to Leonard. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Russell looking around. Outside Edwards. To the right side. Towns wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. Towns has got the first points up on the board for Minnesota.
You know, Karl Anthony Towns is a dangerous shooter from the perimeter, and it's this excellent shot selection that helps him be so efficient from there.
And that one, good.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Prince. Towns down low, covered by Morris. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got 5 now.
When you talk about guys that can score from all 3 levels, I think Big Cat is right at the top of that list, especially if you condense it to just big guys. He can do it facing up or with his back to the goal.
Leonard the pass to Morris. Tipped away. Leonard attacking. Rebound Minnesota.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look. You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
George finds Morris. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Now here's Prince. Edwards looking it over. And the layup falls. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Right side Russell. Lobbed up there for Edwards. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now here's Jackson. Morris with a screen on Russell. Here's Jackson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rack.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat, talked about their keys in prepping for this game, and he said defense is always our first priority. We don't want our shot blockers getting into foul trouble. We want them to play smart. Having those guys back there does allow our perimeter guys the freedom to play up and be aggressive. Kevin?
All right, D.A., we appreciate it. They're focused on defense, Greg. We'll see how it plays out.
It's going to come down to hustle. And in this league, you have to be very quick to rotate when you're in help.
And that's why communication is so important. Guys have to talk to each other on the defensive end. I heard a coach once say that talking is energy and energy is execution.
Now George, after the missed three from Karl Anthony Towns. A nice shot by George.
George really efficient close to the hoop. He makes the most of just about every chance down low.
Outside Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Edwards got 7 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Edwards against George. And there's the pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. There's the three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
That last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
It's stolen by Morris. Gobert with the block. Edwards passes to Towns. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Outside Jackson passes it to George. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Count it, good. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
And here's Jackson after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Morris with the screen for Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Taurean Prince.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to them?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. Towns with the steal. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. It's Prince on the wing. The tray. The putback. And it's Russell with that extra effort.
You know, guys, whenever Russell attacks second chance opportunities like that, it's a big bonus.
George sets a screen for Jackson. Outside, George. Good on the triple. George has got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Outside, Towns. And the officials call a traveling violation. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Now here's Jackson. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. George against Edwards. Off with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
There's the drive, and the layup's good off the glass. Edwards got 15.
Well, the defense trying to throw Edwards off with some contact, but he smartly stays focused on his shot.
Jackson up top. He's guarded by Russell. Kicks it out to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's how you do it, big fella. With power. Yes.
Outside, Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Russell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, I think the more Russell looks to score from there, guys, the more dangerous he becomes.
On the wing, Morris. Pass to Zubac. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Outside, Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
The deep three from George. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just... And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So with George on the bench, here's who Teron Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the 3 slot. Here's Wall after the basket by Minnesota. Now the dish to Powell. Crosses over, and oh boy, a lot of contact there. And now, yep, this will be a coach challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult
previous plays,
it can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like that.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he sinks the second. Minnesota leading by 6. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Noel. It's stolen by Wall. It's Powell on the wing. And the 3 off target. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. To the inside. Stolen by McDaniels. And here they come. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
He was all over that play. We call that scouting report defense. Knew exactly where they were going with the ball and then swiped it. Did you see that? Wow, John Wall still has major bounce after being in the league over 10 years.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Minnesota leading by 6. Here's McDaniels. The kick out to Anderson. McDaniels with the ball. Covington's there. And finished off by McDaniel.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
So it's Minnesota now, following the miss by John Wall. The pass to Reed. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. And now a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now, here's Reed. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Here's Noel, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Noel's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Clippers trail by 12.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Left side, Jackson. To the paint. To stop the run. Outside for George. And the shot goes in. George has got 14.
Paul George really feeling it right now. Another bucket to his credit.
Outside, Russell. Lays it up off the glass. Russell's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Now Paul George missing from long range. And it's sent back by George.
On defense, George able to use all of that length and athleticism to deny the shot.
Leonard with the steal. George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. And the basket by Jackson.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And the Timberwolves call time here. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Outside, Russell. Passes to Towns. Out to Russell. Outside, Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And how about the role reversal there? I mean, slamming it down right in the face of the big fella.
Jackson against Russell. Left side, George. On the wing, Morris. Shot clock at 6. Clippers moving the ball around. The fadeaway. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Edwards can't hit. And stolen by Prince. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. George looking around. Morris dishes to George. On the wing, Jackson. Outside for George. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Minnesota leading by 14. Outside, Russell. Pass to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by George.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
You know, another thing that stands out to me is their passing in this game. I mean, they've done a tremendous job sharing the ball and setting each other up for success.
It's hauled in by Paul George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Down by 15. Zubac finds George. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Russell with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Russell inside. Jackson on him. Missed inside. Here's George. Drives to the hoop.
George, a devastating finisher with momentum behind him. He doesn't let anything get in his way on the drive. He's right to the rack.
Outside, Edwards. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Jackson against Russell. Jackson kicks to George. Launches it. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
With a few 40% seasons from deep, George has become one of the top 3-point shooters in the game.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Edwards passes to Gobert. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 12. The shot by George, wide open. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Another bomb for him right now. His 3-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, he might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, see if they can keep focused.
Thanks, David. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. The 3 from George. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And it's Russell in the corner. Traps in the trade. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
You know, with good form, a quick release, and a nice feel, Russell's comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations.
The three from George. That shot off. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Edwards dishes to Russell. 1:05 left in the 4th quarter. Back to Edwards. Outside Russell. 2 on the clock. Going inside. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubac. Here's Edwards.
A really solid victory for them here tonight. They kept things simple, took what the defense gave them, and grabbed the win for Minnesota.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Leonard sets a screen for Jackson. Los Angeles with another miss. And Edwards puts up a deep three. No good. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
these two teams really get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the 3. Now here's Bane. Here's Jackson. He's off on that one. Now the Timberwolves with it. Edwards, the pass to Russell. Here's Prince. Pass to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. Outside for Russell. Back to Gobert. Can't hit that one. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
And the basket by Bane.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Pass to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Adams. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Well, we all know Steven Adams is one of the most physical guys in the NBA. He is so solid at using his body to pick up fouls.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. Inside. Oh, stolen by Morant. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
To the inside. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
This guy doesn't need to get off his feet that much to get above the rim. Rudy Gobert making his presence felt.
Goes up on the wing. And another miss by Memphis.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Towns passes to Russell. 4-3. The shot, no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Pass to Adams. Morant against Russell. Morant with the bucket.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
To the middle. Adams against Gobert. Outside for Russell. Back to Gobert. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Steven Adams.
Rudy Gobert has become really excellent at getting deep low post position. The defense has got to foul him when he's that deep. Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent elite defenders in the game.
Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And they pick up 2.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Pass to Prince. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Prince. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Doris, with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And BA, at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Russell finds Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside for Russell. Off the mark there with a 3.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Morant. Fires the 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Now here's Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Here's Brent. Fires from deep. Brooks with the rebound. Right side Morant. Shoots it from the corner. No good. A bit long that time. And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies out in front. Lead. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the 1. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. The Timberwolves trail. Left side, Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Bane with it. Russell covering. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
What confidence from Jackson there. Just taking it right at the defense and overpowering them.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates. Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Russell against Morant. Minnesota with a rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And we're going to have a jump ball. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Adams, the pass to Morant. And again, Memphis no good. Morant's gone 4 of 11 tonight. Here's Russell. And Morant clears the board. The Grizzlies have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Jackson finds Brooks. Back to Jackson. Across the league, we've seen a lower number of free throw shots per game. Doris, has that stuck out to you?
I think we've all noticed it, certainly, Brian. And there was a long stretch of time where the rules tilted heavily in favor of the offensive player. I think now the league is trying to get back to a happy medium where the physicality is allowed to just go up just a touch. And I think it's 100% appropriate.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Now Morant. He's got 9. Jackson outside. 6 to shoot. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Towns. Launches it. Drops in the 3. And it's now just a 1-point Memphis lead.
Well, the very definition of a modern NBA big. You've got to shoot with range. Karl Anthony Towns, yes, sir.
Morant, the pass to Bane. Outside for Morant. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Minnesota has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. And here's Edwards. Guarded by Bain. And Edwards slams it in.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Morant, pass to Brooks. Outside Morant, looking to get it going. And then Morant with the dunk. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes in a bunch of drama already.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Edwards, a pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. The three is up. Pass to Prince. To the wing, right side. Towns for three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Brooks, right side. And here's Adams. Jackson outside. Now here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Outside Edwards. 29 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Prince. Now here's Gobert. Adams covering. The kick out to Edwards. Over Bain. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
And the first half
The Timberwolves, 20. Let's go ahead together and get loud for the Milwaukee.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the court for the Timberwolves. McDaniels out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Naz Reid. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Noel in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Jones. On the wing, Jones for three. And the three-pointer goes.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to McDaniels. Here's McLaughlin. Up top, Anderson. Lets it fly. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Memphis leading. Now Williams. Anderson covers. Back to Williams. Lets the three fly. Rebound Minnesota. Here's McLaughlin. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Jones drives in. Count it. And it's a three-point Memphis lead. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Pass to McDaniels. Here's McLaughlin. Anderson with a screen. And it's blocked by Clark. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
That free throw no good.
The line for Memphis, Brandon Clark.
And he's good on the second. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's McLaughlin. And he lobs it up.
A beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. The Grizzlies have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. On the wing, Conchar. Pass to Jones. And he banks in the layup. Jones has got 7 points in the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Kicks it out to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Anderson. Outside McDaniels. The three-pointer off the mark. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Stolen by Anderson. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Pass to McLaughlin. McDaniels, a screen on Jones. Throws it up high. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. From deep. From beyond the arc. And then some. And now a 7-point Grizzly lead.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Noel. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Jones. Down low.
Oh, incredible! Save that one. I want to watch it again.
Awesome. And the Timberwolves call time here. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Here's Russell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Pass to Williams. Back to Conchar. Outside, Williams. 5 to shoot. Clark right side. Jones from outside. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here's Edwards. Back to Russell. Takes a 3. No good there.
Yeah, he just establishes position and stands firm. That's how you earn your rebound, with strong, solid technique. You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
Russell against Jones. Outside Edwards. Here's the 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Edwards got 9.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Grizzlies leading by 6.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bade in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Now here's Edwards. There's the drive. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
And here's Morant outside. That one is off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Russell. Finished off the break.
Well, the pass to set up that bucket was terrific. Fired it right up the court. Didn't allow the defense to react in time. Nice.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Now here's Morant. Tries to break his ice. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
Outside for Russell. Clock at 4. Here's Prince. And the 3 off target. And the Grizzlies shooting around 50% of the game so far. Brooks, the pass to Bain. Sinks it from distance. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Pass to Towns. Fires the 3. And they recover it. Russell finds Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple.
Now, Anthony Edwards has proven to be capable from any spot on the floor. That time he hit you with the three-point shot. Okay, Anthony.
Now here's Morant. Jackson with a screen on Russell. And here's Morant outside.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Edwards for 3. The shot misses. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Bain, the pass to Brooks. Lets it go from deep. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. And it's Adams missing. The Timberwolves have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Here's Edwards. Whoa!
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Morant. It's blocked by Gobert. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Towns against Brooks. Towns passes to Gobert. Here's Morant. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the paint. And Gobert with the stuff.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
1:44 left to play in the fourth quarter. Morant, pass to Bain. Outside Morant. Adams with a screen on Russell. Morant. Second chance effort. Adams finds Morant. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And it's critical. Morant steps up in the important points in the game. This is his time to shine.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Pass to Prince. There's the 3. And it's Bain with the rebound. And the Grizzlies shooting about 43% in this one. Now Brooks. Jackson outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Brooks. From deep, Bain. They get it back. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity. You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Towns can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game. He's making it worse with shot selection like that. Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Morant, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Edwards, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Russell from outside. Cash. Oh, and and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, does he have the clutch gene? D'Angelo Russell says, yes, sir, I do.
And here's Morant. From deep three-point range. And so it's Memphis winning this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory.